Hey,
Hey,
I got a kayak.
I see.
Guess what I'm gonna do?
Go kayaking?
Tracker angler. This has been an issue over time. This is actually Bondo and it cracked up again, so I started taking on water again yesterday, so I finally got sick of it. There we are. This is the Pelican Castaway 100 Angler. It is nothing special. It retails for 380 bucks. I got it for 300 bucks. Like I said, Castaway 100, but it's actually 9'6". It's got a capacity of 275 pounds, and amazingly enough, the thing only weighs 44 pounds as it is right now. So it is super easy to get it up on the roof there. Being what it is, $300 kayak, obviously it is not going to be the greatest thing in the world. So let's go over this thing from front to back, I guess. It's got this funny little rubber net that there's not a whole lot that you can put in there. So the space isn't really all that useful unless I just modify and do something else with a couple of permanent bungees there. The footrests. These things are terrible, every one of us know it, and that is going to be one of the first things that goes away. That goes away today. Funny little center console here, thing for like a phone or something, and for whatever reason, two of those, I guess, if you have a big gulp or whatever, I don't know. Inside capacity, there's not much there. There's not a whole lot of use for this thing. It's obviously not waterproof. Seat, it's actually not that bad. I was actually pretty surprised. I sat in it for quite a while yesterday just trying to figure out exactly how I'm going to lay everything out on this kayak. But I am waiting for the Ergo Lounge, which is going to be perfectly compatible with this. Paddle keepers, both sides, for whatever reason, like a really strange place for a couple of tie downs there. I'm not even sure what I would do with those. 2 rod holders, obviously I'm going to be adding, going to be doing 2 more on there. And then back here is, it's got this odd little box back here that the first thing I thought I was going to do was just chuck it. I'm actually going to modify this pretty heavily to accommodate the camera, tackle, cooler, battery packs for the 2 cameras. We'll go over that in just a few minutes here. So the whole idea is to turn this thing from a $300 kayak into a real good river fishing machine. I love the fact that it's 9'6". It's very maneuverable, and it will get me into some really tight areas where you can't just really sit a 12 in current. Okay, first things first, these handles. They're great until they break on you, and they break on you at the worst times, and then you have to go and get in here and retie everything, and it gets shorter and shorter and becomes a real pain. What I did on the old yak was I doubled up with some higher tensile stuff. Haven't had a problem since. I did that about 2 years ago. Haven't had a problem. Scotty mount right here. This is going to be my front camera location. Going to do a couple of Scotty mounts along the side here, 1 and 2. Next, like I said, these stupid footrests go away, and we're into fully adjustable here. Next thing, this has handles built in on the sides right here, but they're just kind of, I don't know, I don't like it. Putting real handles on both sides there just to ease getting the kayak off the river and onto the roof. Next modification is going to be 2 more rod holders, and then I'm going to do some major reinforcement on this back tub here, and I actually decided that I am absolutely going to leave it in place. With it reinforced, the camera will be nice and stable, but it won't be so rigid that if I end up going into a tree or something, this can move and get me out of trouble. That's basically it. That turns this into a pretty great fishing kayak. All right, let's get started. Here we go. We've already got a much better kayak. So this is the near final product. Let's go over the modifications that I did and the couple of modifications that are to come. So modifications so far, fully adjustable foot pegs, muy importante, added so much room to this thing. Added the Scotty mount for the front camera rig. I have added the handles, the side handles, because I did not like these recessed molded handles. It's a lot easier to hoist the yak up on the roof of the Jeep there. I have added 2 rod holders. Usually I'll only go with 3 rods, so the 4th one is going to serve as a net holder. And then I modified the heck out of the basket there to accommodate the rear camera rig, and it is solid. To go over future modifications and all this stuff is on the way, should be here tomorrow. I'm adding another pair of those handles, one on the front, one on the rear. Reason being is I've never liked these things. This flops around in the wind and it's kind of annoying when you're driving. But the bigger thing was the back one was just under the water line and was actually flopping around and smacking the back of the kayak. And it was really, really annoying, so I took that off immediately. I did not do the Scotty mounts on the side. These little recesses here are made specifically for Scotty's low profile tracks. So I'm adding those, and I'm going to keep a rod holder on one of them, probably this side, because I discovered yesterday, once you get into a fish, this kayak is a little bit cramped and there's not a whole lot of, what I did was I laid the rod, well, here, just watch. All right. First new kayak smallie in the books. Whoop, shit. Yeah, so I need a place to just put the rod while I'm dealing with fish. And that's pretty much it. The 2 times I've had her out have been great. It's super easy to get it up to a good speed, and it tracks remarkably well. It really, really doesn't list much at all. And yeah, I was pleasantly surprised, especially with the speed that you can actually go in this thing, considering that it's just a mere 9'6". Grand total of all the modifications, $85. So total cost into this guy, $385. That's it. I am looking forward to doing an awful lot of fishing from this kayak this season. We'll see you on it.